of U.S. border fentanyl seizures. This is not an issue at all, but somehow he has made this the issue. So I also want to mention this, since Trudeau mentioned there's going to be 10,000 troops at the border now, day in, day out. This was from last year. They already have 8,500 people at the border. So I guess they're increasing it to 10,000. Okay. Like, it's, again, it reminds me of the other win that Trump tried to claim about Mexico. So he also paused, as I mentioned in my last video today, paused the tariffs on Mexico for 30 days as well. This from 2021. The Biden administration announced Monday that it had reached agreements with governments of Mexico, Honduras, and Guatemala. What does the agreement say? Mexico has informed the U.S. that it will maintain 10,000 troops at its own border. What did Trump make? What deal did he make with Mexico? Mexico agrees to deploy 10,000 troops to U.S. border in exchange for tariff pause. Big win for Trump. The thing that was already existing under Biden. Congratulations. But again, this is what Trump does. It's for him, it's about the headlines. Oh, Trump gets Canada and Mexico to capitulate, when they're really not doing a whole lot. But it's fine. If you want to claim a win and fool your supporters, go right ahead. I much prefer that to a trade war. But on Ontario now, since my video earlier today discussed the fantastic move that Doug Ford was going to make in canceling the deal with Starlink, Elon Musk's company. So that was initially the story. People were loving it. Jasmine pointing out here, this was such a bad deal from the start. It was almost unbelievable. Ford was paying more per connection than the individual subscription price. Impossible not to conclude either that Ford is a horrifyingly bad negotiator or that he wanted to funnel tax dollars to a billionaire. Yeah, it's an insane deal. $100 million for Starlink. For what? Customers that they want anyways? Rural customers, that's the whole point of Starlink, is to reach people with the internet where it's hard to get. Why do you have to hand Starlink $100 million? So in my last video, I likened it to, handing money to billionaires to build stadiums when they themselves can afford to build the stadium. They don't need public money. But Doug Ford, a little slip there, went on to announce that he is canceling those plans. So saying with the U.S. pausing tariffs, Ontario will also pause our retaliatory measures. If President Trump proceeds with tariffs, we won't hesitate to remove American products off LCBO shelves or ban American companies from provincial procurement. And in case, so he doesn't mention Starlink in this post, but in case it wasn't clear, Colin DeMello of Global News goes on to clarify the freshly canceled $100 million Starlink deal is now back on. A single day double reversal. So look, I think that was a great move initially by Doug Ford to do what he was doing, to discussing, I mentioned over the weekend how Canadians have been, whether it's Ontario, BC, whoever, pulling American products off the shelves, American beer, wines. Great moves. The Starlink one, though, that needs to continue. I should say the cancellation of that needs to go through. That there's no reason to reverse the decision to cancel that, since it's a horrible deal. But I guess let's hope this continues. Let's hope there's not going to be a trade war, that these tariffs are off for good. I'm sure in 30 days, Trump's going to find some other reason. Oh, I'm really angry about all of the other drugs. Sure, you may have stopped fentanyl, the 0.2%, but now I'm really worried about cannabis. Let's make sure you stop the cannabis crossing the border, you crazy Canadians and your legal weed. Who knows what's going to happen next?